What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the Cleveland Cavaliers now that their season has been ended in the second round of the NBA playoffs. And if you are the Cleveland Cavaliers, honestly, your season, the way it went, it was a good enough season for you to say, okay, we have something to build on, right? You lose to the Boston Celtics, not having Jared Allen, not having, Donovan Mitchell to close out the series and give you guys a chance. I believe they have a really, really good head coach. I believe Darius Garland may be a question mark of what to do with him going forward because he didn't have the best, performance against the Boston Celtics. But when you look at just how the Cavs season went, right? You look at Donovan Mitchell, and he wasn't his healthiest, but he made, in my opinion, he made statements enough to see that he looks like he wants to be in Cleveland. I don't know what that will look like in the future, because you just never know in today's NBA. You look at the cast of characters that they surrounded around, Mobley, Allen, Garland, Mitchell. They add in the Max Strus. You still have Karis LeVert. And as I look over the Cleveland Cavaliers roster, and I want to say who's under contract for next season, as we all know, the biggest question mark is what's going to happen with Donovan Mitchell. That's the biggest question mark. Are they going to ultimately give him that contract that's warranted of a Now, no, don't get me wrong. I don't want people to hear this and watch this video and think I'm dismissing Donovan Mitchell in the slightest. I love Spider. I think he's one of the better, younger players in the league. He's not on the cusp, but he's literally right there with, he's been an all-star. He's right there. So, and ever since he's been in the league, he's been averaging 25 plus. I think that's been his mark since he's been in the NBA. So make no mistake, when you discuss, or when I discuss Donovan Mitchell as an NBA player, I think he's a star. I think he's one of those guys that can get it done when the lights are the brightest. We've seen that in his performances in the first round versus the Orlando Magic. But looking at Donovan Mitchell, so he's under contract for 24-25 for about $35 million, and then in 25-26 he has a player option. You look at Darius Garland, who will be making $36 million next year, $39 million in 25-26, $42 million, and then $44 million all the way up to 27-28. You look at Jared Allen, who's on the books for about $20 million over the next 2 years. You look at Karis LeVert, who is on the books for $16 million next year. Max Strus, who's under contract until 26-27. Isaac Okoro will be a free agent, I believe, after 24-25. Evan Mobley, who will get paid at some point, will be making about $11 million. So, you look at that. I didn't even know Ricky Rubio was still on their books, but I see guys, and I'm guessing, well, Imani Bates doesn't get any minutes. You look at guys like Marcus Morris. Are they going to bring him back? You look at Tristan Thompson. Are they going to bring him back? They still have Sam Merrill, who will be under the books. You have Craig Porter, Dean Wade, George Niang. So the way I see it, this Cleveland Cavaliers team will ultimately look pretty much the same going into next season, unless they, pull the trigger on any type of trades or make moves. We know that they did pull the trigger to acquire Donovan Mitchell when they did have Larry Marketing and Colin Sexton and guys like that. But when you look at this Cleveland Cavaliers team going forward, knocked out second round, in my opinion, I'm not going to say they're mediocre. By no stretch of the imagination do I think that the Cleveland Cavaliers are mediocre. But here's the looming question. If Donovan Mitchell moves on or says, okay, I want to trade, or he wants out, or what they choose to do with Darius Garland going forward and things like that, I believe you keep the nucleus of Allen and Mobley. Sometimes I know people say it doesn't work. They play better with one or the other. Even some people could say that the Cleveland Cavaliers played better without Donovan Mitchell in the last few games versus Boston. But you have to have a player like a Donovan Mitchell. He's a special talent, honestly. You can't just, if push come to shove and you have to pay him and you have to unload the wallet to pay a guy like him, then that's granted. That's warranted for a guy of his skill level and his talent. But when you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers as a whole and what will they do going forward, I believe they need, in my opinion, they need another high-level scorer. They need another high-level scorer, somebody that can, when Spider doesn't have it, going in those games where he is getting double-teamed and things like that, I understand he can swing it to Garland. Garland can swing it to Max Strus and things like that. But Strus had, his inconsistent moments this season. You look at Garland, who had his inconsistent moments, and but I do like the emergence of Evan Mobley. I think he's a really, really good young talent. I like Jarrett Allen. He's one of those grind guys, a guy that you definitely have to have. But like I said, with a 27-year-old Donovan Mitchell, 27, he's averaging 20 almost 27 points a game. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, shoots 46% from the field. A guy that knows that the big moments are right in front of him and knows how to handle that. Goes out there and performs. If you are the Cavaliers, he's been there 2 years, and if you want to be able to compete with the Bostons, the Milwaukees, the Philadelphias, just to name a few teams in the Eastern Conference, they're going to have to make some moves going forward. And what those look like is definitely yet to be seen. But I feel like it starts at the top with what's going to happen in their offseason with, Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and on the way down. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Cleveland Cavaliers fans, NBA fans, basketball fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to the channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.